What is going on, you guys? Namakan here, bringing you my perspective as to why entertainment is bringing us. And welcome to another new episode of Worthy or Not, where I talk about characters, whether they are worthy of joining Super Smash Bros. And today is a big one. Today I will be talking about Shadow the Hedgehog from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Shadow the Hedgehog is a character that debuted in Sonic Adventure 2. He was he was one of Sonic's main adversaries. And since his debut, he has become one of the most popular characters in the Sonic franchise. So much so that he has appeared in that ever since his debut in Sonic Adventure 2, he has appeared in almost every Sonic game to date. I say almost because as far as I know, he was not in Unleashed. Although to be fair, very few Sonic characters were in Unleashed. So, so Shadow the Hedgehog. How would he work in Smash? So here's a moveset. A moveset idea. So his neutral special would be a homing attack. Side special would be Chaos Spear. Down special would be Side Dash, and his recovery would be the Chaos Control. This idea would seem like he would be a semi clone of sorts, but and if you could see, he also has alternate colors. I have another idea for alternate colors, and it's those costumes he wore, from the multiplayer of Shadow the Hedgehog. And well, Shadow the Hedgehog isn't a good game, but still the idea that there's he Shadow the Hedgehog does have alternate costumes as a base. The and so Shadow has appeared in Smash before as an assist trophy. His assist trophy debuted in Brawl, and so he ever since Brawl, he has become one of the most requested characters, not just for any third parties, but like literally in general. Like he's also the most requested character in the Sonic franchise. Literally, he beat it. Literally, out of all the Sonic characters, people want Shadow more than Tails, Knuckles, and Eggman. Characters that I would argue are more significant to the Sonic franchise than Shadow has. So that goes to show you how much of a popular character Shadow the Hedgehog is. And so this is another moveset idea. Although this one's a lot more diverse, and this one uses some of the movesets he uses from his new game Shadow Generations. Now, there are people that say he could be a very cool semi-clone edition. I don't know about you, but I really despise the idea that Shadow the Hedgehog would be a semi-clone to Sonic, because his character, he's not supposed to be a clone of Sonic. He is supposed to be the ultimate life form, which is a completely different ideology from being a clone of Sonic. So, if he were to be in Smash, I want his moveset to be completely different from Sonic. I literally want his moveset to be completely separate from the blue blur. So, and thankfully, thanks to Shadow Generations, we could use some of the new powers he has gotten in that game as a base, such as those wings that he got. Yeah, he could use that as a recovery move. I would say that would be a very cool recovery move. Like, that would be so cool. So yeah, so I would say, thanks to Shadow Generations, that Shadow Generations has made a stronger case for him to be included in Super Smash Bros. Not just Shadow Generations, but the Sonic Movie 3. Sonic Movie 3 really I would say although Shadow was already popular, but movie 3 really cemented him as like a huge mainstay. Like he's pretty much not going anywhere anytime soon. Pretty much. So so what would I pick as a stage to represent him? I cannot think of any other stage than Radical Highway. Radical Highway not is not only like the most iconic stage from Sonic Adventure 2, it's also literally the stage that literally defines Shadow the Hedgehog. Going from the way the stage is designed, the music, the background, the vibe. Literally this stage not only screams Sonic the Hedgehog and like the way in its in its character in its design, but also Shadow the Hedgehog in the way the stage was vibing towards. So I'd say if I were to pick a stage for Shadow the Hedgehog, it's got to be Radical Highway. Although I wouldn't mind Westopolis, even though I would say I would not be I would not be a fan of Shadow the Hedgehog the game getting as much representation, but I would say if you were to go if you were to put it a stage for Shadow the Hedgehog, it has to be Radical Highway. That is not a for me. That is not up for debate. And and do I think Shadow the Hedgehog is worthy of joining Super Smash Bros? Yeah, he's actually he's more way more than earned his place in not only the Sonic franchise but also the gaming franchise, as he's literally both Sonic and Shadow's rivalry is like up there as one of the most iconic in gaming history. Uh, probably the biggest up there with like X and Zero, Dante and Virgil. Yeah, the the works. So yeah, and also Mario and Wario. So I would say if you were to put in biggest rivalry in video games, I would say Sonic and Shadow is at the top. So although would I add him over Eggman? Yeah, that's gonna be a. I'm sorry, but that's gonna be a no from me, dog. Because Eggman has been with the Sonic franchise since day one, bro. Since day one. Eggman is literally Sonic's main adversary. He's literally the main antagonist of the whole franchise. So, yeah, if it were up to me, I would prioritize Eggman over Shadow, but that's just me because Eggman is literally the main villain of the franchise. I mean, they did put in Sephiroth over Tifa, so and that makes a lot of sense to me. So pretty much, this is me talking as like one of the biggest Sonic fans out there. Even if you were put in assist, which assist trophy deserves to be promoted, I would love to have Shadow promoted from an assist trophy. But if it were, but me personally, I would prioritize Bomberman. Even though I am a bigger Sonic fan than a Bomberman fan, Bomberman being a playable character would be huge for me. That would be so awesome for me. Yeah, I would definitely prioritize Bomberman over Shadow, but that's just me. So so with that out of the way, do you guys think Shadow the Hedgehog is worthy of joining Super Smash Bros? Yes, no. Let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you want to, you can follow my Discord. You could, I mean, Instagram, Letterboxd, and Backlog down in the description down below. This is Namicon. I'll see you all next time.